I swear the ceiling fan heard me hit record and decided to be as loud as it has ever been.
It's like Smart House, except we don't have any smart appliances. The house is just smart and knows when precisely to piss us off.
It's Smart House meets Monster House.
Yeah, it's a smart.
And this fan is its uvula.
I always imagine this is like a lung.
Because it circulates air.
Yeah.
Wow. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's why you got the big brain, Cassie.
I'm as smart as a house, bud.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Who Is My Doctor?
Who is my doctor?
Who is indeed. I'm your host, Zach, and I know a lot about Doctor Who.
And I'm also your host, Cassie. And from what I've heard, this episode's gonna be a real humdinger of a doozy.
Yeah, Heaven Sent is kind of the only, okay. I'm so torn between, I've already oversold this quite a bit. I shouldn't say oversold.
Yeah,
I've already
explain yourself.
Sold the bill quite a bit. But to give you an idea of what I mean, this is the only episode that competes with Blink in terms of like the fan reaction.
Damn.
In 2023, Doctor Who magazine asked fans to pick their favorite episode.
How many fans?
I could look it up real quick.
Well, because it's one thing to be like, oh,
well, it was its readership, I believe.
We asked 10 people versus we asked 10,000 people.
We asked Peter Capaldi himself to pick.
You know what I mean? It's like when they do case studies, but the pool of people they study is 45, where it's like, yeah.
I mean, I know it was
more than two.
I know it was their readership, so it was not just like a couple people. Let me see if I can find the actual.
It wasn't the author's family.
Yes, no, it was not the author's
That's
family.
it.
I'm trying to see if I can find the poll size for you.
Now, what are we talking? 10 foot, 20 foot? I'd like a big poll.
It's a 39.5 foot poll, actually. It doesn't seem to actually say how many people voted in the poll. It does seem like it was a fan poll, so I presume it was probably online. So it's probably a pretty substantial size.
More than 4.
Yeah, more than 4, certainly. But this was done in 2023, so this was not like fresh after this episode came out. This was, nearly 10 years later. So people had time to like sit on it and think about really, really what they consider to be their favorite episode.
What year are we in?
This is 2015 when the show was coming out at this time. I had just recently moved to California. In fact, this was the first season I had watched from my apartment in California before you and I had met. Yeah, but it was in 2023 at the 60th anniversary. They ran a bunch of polls, and Heaven Sent was picked as Doctor Who fans' favorite episode. Over Blink, over some other ones we haven't gotten to yet. And I will say, in terms of like the length of time, this was also my personal favorite episode. Mm-hmm. It's now my second favorite episode, but both of them are like episodes that I think are both very well done, very unique in a way only Doctor Who can do them. Mm-hmm. And I think also and very important in like it is what I would say is the closest Doctor Who can get to truly making art.
Now, would you say that this is a decent episode, or let me rephrase that?
Do I think you could like just show it to someone the way you could show Blink?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Divorced from the situation, is it an episode that stands good enough on its own, or is it something that is enhanced by having seen the things that lead up to it?
I genuinely think you could show this episode to anybody. They might have a couple of questions just because there's some sci-fi stuff that happens in it. And I do think this episode is enhanced by knowing what just happened to Clara.
Okay.
But otherwise, I do think you can show this to anybody. And
okay.
I think it works. It is. I don't want to spoil too much of it for you. In fact, I don't want to spoil so much of it for you. I don't have Cassie Verfassi questions for you.
Whoa.
I'm just going to give you 2 free points.
Hooray.
Especially because you're staying up late to watch this with me right now.
Yep.
So you get bonus points just for staying up with me and being swell right now, because I was so excited to show this to you. I didn't want us to go to bed.
Peek behind the curtain. We finished recording the other episode about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that was fun. And he went, yeah, we're going to do the next one, right? And I went,
I can't describe to you that I was literally vibrating. I was like, it felt like I had just drank 3 cups of coffee. I was so like energetic to do this.
Yes. And I went, we took a little bit of a break when people came home. Like, I don't have the steam for that. And Zach was not angry, but I could tell he was disappointed in the same way that a child is disappointed when you say, oh no, I'm sorry, sweetie. We can't get
I
cotton
look like
candy.
a dog that you just said we're not going on a walk.
It's raining, bud. We can't go outside. Yeah, it was less the we can't afford a cotton candy or we can't go outside because it's raining, and more the, well, I didn't really want to do that right now. But I can see how disappointed you are. And went, give me a fucking minute. Let me
plug myself in.
Let me turn brain off and then turn it back on again and have a quick snack. So I ate a pizza crust and I'm ready to go.
You're still facing the Raven. You're being the Raven. Rummaging through the trash can for a breadstick.
Yeah, I mean, my birds get fed quality cat food. Okay.
Yeah, so we just left off with Clara dying in the middle of the street, and the doctor being mysteriously teleported away to somewhere by someone for some reason. There's so many questions up in the air right now. And the doctor was
because the doctor was effectively summoned to this space.
Yes, and the doctor's also very emotional and angry right now.
Yeah,
the universe is very small, as he just put it, and we find out where he goes and what he does. Again, no Cassie or Fassy points, but do you have any ideas what this could be about? Would be about?
No.
All right.
Why would I?
I mean, that's fair. And
I'll have you know, whenever I'm on Instagram and scrolling, because I have ties to our Instagram for this show that we are needing to be better about using. But because of that, every so often, and because I interact with things that feature David Tennant and Matt Smith, I will get things for Doctor Who. Unless I recognize, like, oh, it's an episode with Rose and Nine. Like, okay, cool, I can watch this. If I know for a fact, or if it's somebody just doing like a cosplay, I'll usually interact. Uh-huh. Otherwise, I scroll by them so fucking fast because I try my hardest to avoid spoilers. I won't confess which spoiler I got, and it was because I was listening to a different podcast.
Oh, those are the worst.
It was,
you have no
and
warning.
It wasn't even a podcast that I imagined would bring it up. Mm-hmm. But I won't say who was involved with it because then I know you'll know, mm-hmm. and I don't want you to know I know something.
You want to take some time and try to forget it?
No, I won't.
Okay,
I won't because it was something that I went, fucking shit, goddamn. Because it's connected to something. I guess I can say that much. It's connected to something that we saw at the exhibit that left an impression on me.
Okay.
And then the two pieces were put together, and now I can't. They're like it's like putting two of the tiniest Lego pieces together. Those bitches are stuck for life. So I do earnestly try to avoid spoilers unless they come for me.
They attack you. They tackle you in the hallway. In your ears.
They hold my eyes open like Clockwork Orange. And make me bear witness to something I didn't want to see yet.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to show this to you. I don't want to.
I know you are.
Yeah, you could cover the way.
The only reason we're doing this is because you went,
and I'm really curious to see what you're going to say when we're done. Genuinely. Even if you're like, it wasn't as good. I'm really looking forward to having a conversation.
Well, it's episodes like this that usually yield pretty decent and long conversations. So without further ado, we should start.
Yeah, we should. So we will find out together what Cassie thinks when we come back from Series 9, Episode 11, Heaven Sent. Today's episode of Who Is My Doctor is brought to you by Time Loops, the only breakfast cereal that breaks the laws of temporal reality. Every crunchy, marshmallowy bowl is packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and a localized tear in the fabric of space-time. Watch as your kids eat a bowl before school, only to realize they'll be eating the exact same bowl for eternity. All it takes is one bite, and... Today's episode of Who Is My Doctor is brought to you by Time Loops, the only breakfast cereal that breaks the laws of temporal reality. Every crunchy, marshmallowy bowl is packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and a localized tear in the fabric of space-time. Watch as your kids eat a bowl before school, only to realize they'll be eating the exact same bowl for eternity. All it takes is one bite, and... Today's episode of Who Is My Doctor is brought to you by Time Loops, the only breakfast cereal that breaks the laws of temporal reality. Every crunchy And we are back from Heaven Sent.
Bird. Bird.
So, what did you think, Cassie?
I don't know.
Really?
I can't sit here and say, yeah, I loved that. That was great. Because
No, I mean, it's your reaction to
it
reaction.
happened.
Yeah. I think that depending on where you're at when you watch it, it also changes a little bit.
Okay, excuses, but okay.
Well, no, what I mean by that is this episode is basically Doctor Who's take on dealing with grief.
Grief in a much bigger sense than I don't know if you intend it in that way, where, yes, the Doctor is literally dealing with the loss of his best friend, his words.
Mm-hmm.
But also he's constantly being chased.
Yes.
The whole point of this show, at least in the more modern series, is that the Doctor is, or in this point in time rather, is that the Doctor is actively running away.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he is in a tower of his own, a bespoke torture chamber, which I wrote haunted house, escape room. Blueprints. Where the rooms reset because it is an infinite loop.
Every time he makes a confession, the dial ticks it somewhere else.
Like, I do really like that. I think that's...
There's something very Catholic about it.
Yes. Oh, because the imagery of this particular building is very churchy.
Yeah.
It's castle, but it's very churchy.
Mm-hmm.
Very medieval Europe. and I think this might be one of those instances where the great misfortune of our show is that you are watching things again and again and again. Mm-hmm. You have time to ruminate on what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I get 15 seconds to think about what I'm going to say.
Yeah, fair. We pop in and get your hot takes.
So my thoughts right now...
Yes. Right. My thoughts right now are, man, the boy is loud all of a sudden.
Jeez. Cat. My thoughts usually are, I don't know, because I don't want to talk down on myself. Mm-hmm. I'm a little simple-minded. And that's not a bad thing. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with needing to chew on something. That proves that you cared enough to think about it.
Yeah. So this is one of those instances, and me basically asking for forgiveness for the next 45 minutes. Because what I say now might not be true in the next 24 hours.
Yeah. So what are these immediate thoughts that you feel the need to apologize for later?
Like, I thought that this was a very good episode of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you can sit here and say it is number one favorite.
Fair. I think a lot of it is, at least for me, a lot of it is just trusting the audience to go along with it, really, because It is so different from every other episode.
Yes.
In the same way that Blink is different from every other episode. This episode is just Peter Capaldi.
This episode is... Can we have the Doctor monologue for 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Even when there is another living person, it is a child who says nothing.
Mm-hmm. And even then, like, the design of the creature in it, while spooky, scary.
Humanoid.
Yeah, it is kind of just the same. It's the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come from the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, just white.
So like it's really like challenging to make something compelling when you're not doing anything, like you're not doing the usual stuff. You've like stepped out of the realm of the show. You don't have a companion. You're not going to a different world.
Yes, but also no, because there was Clara physical in this.
For like 5 seconds.
Yes, but also no. The Doctor is talking to the visage of Clara that lives in his head in the TARDIS perpetually.
Yeah. I wish I could say I was doing a little fib last episode and was like, oh, she's not in it. I just genuinely forgot they showed her face. I remember them showing the back of her head the entire episode, which I do. I love that too. I think especially like the episode is the Doctor dealing with that pain of losing Clara. And the way that they choose to represent that is that she is not gone from his mind, but she is not whole.
Yeah, she's present, but in a way of like, in the way that, where is it?
She's
like she has been in the space.
Mm-hmm. She's a memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is as real as a memory is, which is to say that, it's there and you could have a solid picture of it, but it will never be as real as the real thing.
It's the specificity of the line of, or something along the lines of like, the first day of like losing somebody, at least you have something to do.
Yeah.
It's every day after that
where they're still dead.
Yeah.
Because I also like that expression because that means that there are some days where they're not dead. If that makes sense. Like there are some days where you'll forget and something will remind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or
it happened to me just the other day because I was out and about doing errands. Mm-hmm. And at one of them, I was at a thrift store. There was a just like a melamine like serving bowl. Mm-hmm. And it had Redbirds on it. And I went, oh, cute. That's like my grandma. And I went about my day. And then I went to Costco. And a fun, cute thing about me is for basically until I moved out of my mom's house. Mm-hmm. So for 20 years, every other Saturday was a Costco day. And we would go with, it was usually me, my mom, and my grandma. So after I had wrapped up at Costco, as I was walking back to my car to put my groceries away, the car that was parked right next to mine it wasn't hers. Mm-hmm. She's dead. And
even when she was alive, it was in a different state now.
She's buried in a different state.
Yeah.
The car that was hers was totaled, but it was the exact same make and model, even down to the bedazzled license plate holder. And I had to go, oh, my grandma's been with me the whole day. Mm-hmm. It was one of those moments where it was in that moment, I realized like, oh, I wasn't alone all day today. Mm-hmm. Like she's been with me, and I can empathize with the Doctor in those moments of like feeling so literally underwater and so overwhelmed that the thing that brings you solace and the thing that is helping you get through that moment is talking to somebody that is not there.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person is literally yourself, but it's in the same way that like, we speak on behalf of Bailey, our little kitty cat. When I'm home alone, I'm talking to her all day long. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to my grandma, whose ever soul is bouncing around in the ether, I'm talking to them, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
And that it's a very grounding and human thing to do. And so I think it's something that is really nice to see for the Doctor, because it makes him human. But the second he looked up at that fucking red sky, I went, oh, he's on Gallifrey. That's not a fucking surprise to me. Of course he's back on Gallifrey. They set that up at the beginning of this whole season. Also, complete side note, side tangent. There has been a fly in the house all fucking day. And it's been chill. It's been hanging out on my plants and like banging at the window to be let out. But you know, the second that those fuckers arrived on screen, he went,
My brothers.
Oh shit. I'm just gonna fly really close to Cassie's ear, like all the time.
I'm really giving you the full.
I'm gonna really give her a spook.
Giving you a full 3D TV experience over here.
Pete's.
Going back to that theme, though, there's a lot of moments like once you know that that's what the episode is about, and you go back, because it's not necessarily a twist. It's a reveal of a theme.
They set it up at the very beginning. It was the moment that the Doctor's coat and boots and all that were already sitting in front of the fireplace after he'd been drenched and soaking wet, and he puts on the his dry clothes, and then sets out his wet things in the same exact way. I went, oh, we're about to do a little circle.
You would ask for him to do a time loop.
I did ask for a time loop, but I
just didn't expect it to last 2 billion years.
Which those skulls would have been peeking out of the water by now.
Fun fact about those skulls, and I'm sure you're curious about it. That is modeled on Peter Capaldi's actual skull.
Oh, that's fun.
They because he's got such like prominent cheekbones and like eye features,
a long face.
They basically had the ability to like do the math on what his skull would look like, and so those are all copies of basically the best representation they could make of his actual skull without pulling it out of his head.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so that's why there's that crossfade from Peter Capaldi to the skull, and it lines up so well. It's because it's his head.
I want that.
You want Peter Capaldi's skull or your own?
My own skull. Like, I'm never gonna be able to get to see it. I will never be able to. The two things you'll never remember: the day you were born and the day you die.
Yep. Yeah.
When I die, I want, like, there are certain things now that I'll keep. Like, sometimes when I get my hair cut, I'll keep locks of my hair just as like little mementos. So when I'm old and gray, I can go back and just say, look. Look at my hair.
Look at it. Look at it. It's
I would
so
like
lovely.
a model of my skull. Please.
Then you could put all those locks of hair on your skull and you'll have like a real head.
For my birthday, Zach. For my birthday, give me my skull. I don't want a skull. I want mine.
Yeah, the twist is that thing about the time loop. But the
twist to the reveal of he's been punching at a wall.
Yeah, for at that point 7,000 years. That is where how do I describe it? That to me that's the twist, but the real gift that happens because when you go back and watch, like, as you were saying, you already can kind of guess the time loop stuff from the clothes.
Yeah.
If you're really perceptive and you notice the skull and Peter Capaldi's skull are the same, you could sort of pick that together too.
That and like the blood stains on the floor, you can tell like, okay. Yeah. And you see a hand at the very beginning. It's just because it is Peter Capaldi's burned bacon-fied hand. You don't immediately clock that it's his.
Yeah, there's often this feeling like, oh, once you know the twist and you go back and see stuff, you could see it all there. I don't think that. I think a lot of the stuff that's there is pretty obvious.
You would have to, no offense to anybody, you'd have to be pretty dull to not pick up that there is mischief afoot.
Yeah. To me, the real benefit of going back is not the twist. It is the reveal of the theme of the episode, which is that dealing with grief, because then a lot of the things that Peter says take on a whole new meaning. I think the most important one being like, how long am I going to be here forever? Because that is the feeling when you are in the grief, when you are in that like feeling of loss and pain. Like this is where I live now. You can't even remember what being happy felt like in that moment.
Well, because even after that moment happens, and someday I won't feel this bad. Mm-hmm. It comes to the price of someday I won't feel this bad, but I will never feel the same way again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like when Rosie died. For anybody listening who doesn't know, I had a pet bird for like 20 years. And when she died, hoo-wee.
Yeah.
Was it a dark day in the house?
Mm-hmm. A dark few days, I would say.
Oh, there are still days now.
Yeah.
Like, I am so glad that I rehomed, I guess, or I relocated her cage, because I was so tempted to keep that forever.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I didn't, because yikes, that is not the sign of somebody who's healthy.
And then there's also that opening monologue. I pulled it up here because I want to make sure I got it right. But it says, as you come into the world, something else is also born. You begin your life and it begins a journey towards you. It moves slowly, but it never stops. Wherever you go, whatever path you take, it will follow. Never faster, never slower, always coming. You will run, it will walk. You will rest, it will not. One day you will linger in the same place too long. You will sit too still or sleep too deep. And when too late you rise to go, you will notice a second shadow next to yours. Your life will then be over. And that is...
I had made the joke of, it was Jesus all along.
When there was a second set of footsteps.
Yeah.
I appreciate that one because it's him acknowledging that, death comes for us all. As soon as you were born, death comes for you.
It's when it's personified in such a way.
Yeah. And it is him
personified in such a way that is not in the traditional, like, it's the Grim Reaper. Well, I guess the hooded figure was very Reaper-ish.
Mm-hmm. There's that, and then there's a moment near where basically he sets the loop and he's inside his mind TARDIS, laying on the ground,
and
clearly
the lights are glowing red.
Lights are glowing red, starting to go down, and he just asks, "How many times am I gonna have to burn?"
The answer: a lot.
That's another one of those where it's the same. I get that feeling. That feeling is very, like, that is how it feels. How many days do I have to die again before I can be born?
Yeah.
Before I can be renewed.
I can literally bust through my diamond wall. How many days? Spantium. Thank you.
That might be the one criticism I have of this episode, is that Spantium is a dumb name.
Spantium, I love it. I think we should name a cat that.
It's our cat Spantium. He's 4 times harder than Diamond.
Yeah.
Then there's I don't know if I want to call it a poem, but the story the Doctor tells over the course of this, like, very well done montage.
The how long is an eternity?
Yeah, it's an emperor asks a shepherd boy how many seconds are in eternity, and the shepherd's boy says, "Ah!" Sorry, that's only one of the cuts.
Yeah.
The shepherd boy says there's a mountain of pure diamond. It takes an hour to go over it and an hour to go around it. Every 100 years, a bird comes to sharpen its beak on the diamond mountain, and when the mountain is turned to dust, the first second of eternity will have passed. You might say that's a hell of a long time, but personally, I think that's a hell of a bird. Which is that's such a perfect Moffat monologue.
Yeah,
because it is poetic and silly and poignant. Because there are times where I genuinely do sit with that sometimes, because it really is about you sit too much thinking about the time and not enough time thinking about the one who endures it.
Or was it where the Doctor had said something about, if you think about time, it moves so much slower?
Yes, if you put yourself in your mind and think faster, so time can move slower. That's when he first goes into his mind TARDIS. I do like that they do a little bait and switch there when he runs in. You're like, oh, he's doing his usual stuff, and you're like, oh, nope, no, he's not. He is in there, and there is a haunted Clara doll in the corner.
A haunted timeout Clara doll.
But personally, I think that's a hell of a bird. Is a real like if you focus too much on the time and not enough on, the one enduring it, the one who can push through it. That's the impressive thing, is not the scope, but the things that make it happen.
Our podcast is just English class. I'm realizing it's just AP Lit. It's just AP Lit, but we're watching. I'm speed reading Doctor Who, and you are the teacher that has read it and annotated it and has thought about it, and I'm in high school again.
Zach teaches media literacy through Doctor Who.
Jesus Christ. Well, because I've just been ruminating on what I said before of like, yeah, I really don't. I'm at such the disadvantage.
Yeah.
I get very emotional very quick.
This episode, for real, because I've thought about this episode at least once a month for 10 years. Like it's, this episode stuck with me. The only detail it didn't was apparently that Clara shows up for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I also really like that in his mind, Clara only communicates via the chalkboards.
Me too. And that some of the phrases do repeat. It's just a nice, if it was intentional or not, but a subtle callback to her little like response cards.
Yeah.
Of just she too has pre-programmed responses to the Doctor.
Well, I think it also shows that they both rubbed off on each other. Because Clara, is a school teacher. Mm-hmm. So her thing is to write on the chalkboard. But there have been episodes, both this season and last season, where the Doctor spends his time writing on a chalkboard. So it's just one of those things that they both did together. And I think because it unifies them, that's a thing that the Doctor holds on to after she's gone.
Yeah.
This is a thing that both of us do. And so because both of us do it, this is a way we can still communicate, beyond this. In the same way that like you and your grandma, you feel like you communicate with your grandma through Redbirds. Just
stuff.
Yeah, like there's things.
It's the way that like there are certain things where you'll see something and go, oh, so and so would like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that reminds me of this person. There was another quote I liked. Hell is just heaven for bad people. Because then that did get me to think. As somebody who was raised very Catholic, mm-hmm. we are taught at a very young age to be very afraid of fucking everything, basically. Somebody who looks at you the wrong way,
you're going to hell.
Yep. But it did then make me giggle at the concept of Heinrich Himmler and horrible, awful people throughout history getting to hell and just going whoopee and still being terrible, awful people.
Yeah. Stepping out of the joke part of it, it is another part of the grief thing where it's like, I don't mind hell. I don't mind the idea of misery when I'm doing it to myself.
Yeah.
Like hell is just heaven for bad people. That's where I belong right now.
It's sad because that means that the Doctor thinks that he is a bad person, mm-hmm. and therefore deserves to be in this particular circle, mm-hmm. literal circle. Uh-huh.
There's also the fact that he times he's been like, I can run away from my grief for exactly 82 minutes. I don't have to think about anything for nearly an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I can run away from my thoughts and feelings.
I mean, that too is also a very relatable, like as a person with ADHD.
Yeah.
I currently have a project that I have known about since the beginning of April. Mm-hmm. And only now, it is due in less than a week. And only now have I acquired the materials I need to actually complete it. Because I have several weeks where I can just kind of ignore it. Until I fucking can't.
Some other moments that I really enjoyed. I don't know if these are themed. I don't know if I would call these thematic lines, but I enjoyed them all the same. When the Doctor realizes that everything here is specifically tailored to him, that the monster coming down the hall is a memory from when he was a child of a woman dressed in robes that scared him. He goes, "It's a killer puzzle box designed to scare me to death, and I'm trapped inside it. Must be Christmas." That's a very me thing to feel.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh God, I feel so sad and lonely. Ooh, a puzzle.
Yay, a puzzle, something made just for me, presumably by me. Hooray. You think the doctor would like Legos? Would he just get mad that they come with too many instructions?
I think so. I think he would just want a bag of loose Legos and he would use it to solve speed of light travel. Another one that I liked is what person has a power complex about flowers? It's dictatorship for inadequates. Or to put it another way, it's dictatorship.
Yeah.
That one feels appropriate to right now.
I did like his advice for interrogation, which was to die faster.
Hang on, I've got it here too. The first rule of being interrogated is that you are the only irreplaceable person in the torture chamber. The room is yours, so work it.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of you, like, oh, I'm being tortured. Strike a pose. Strike.
I mean, you see it a lot in, like, especially the very charismatic serial killers who recognize that they are the most important person in the room while they are being interrogated. And so they rake everybody in that room over the coals just for strawberry milkshakes or, you know, a couple minutes of freedom.
That I love that episode. I think about it a lot. I think Stephen Moffat did a great job. I think Peter Capaldi did an incredible job.
Considering that the entire episode is a monologue, Peter Capaldi did a fantastic job.
He is acting against no one. The only other thing he acts against is the giant hand monster. A giant hand monster. The white robed monster.
The Veil. They literally credit it as the Veil.
The Veil. Thank you.
Who is credited after Clara, who's in the episode for maybe 15 seconds.
The Veil is following him around, but he only really reacts to it for a few minutes a scene, but it also has no face, cannot emote back, is just sort of looming trudgingly towards him. It is.
I hate it though. I really did not like.
And then when it grabs his face, it burns him like bacon.
Tasty, but I hated it.
Scottish bacon. I know that you're not. I know that you're probably into more of the exciting adventure stuff like Blink.
Here's the thing, though, is I did appreciate the fact that this episode wasn't very science-y. Mm-hmm. Like science fiction-y in the sense that, like, you are correct. This is an episode that you can really only do in a context like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I also really appreciate the fact that there was the made up gobbledygook was the name of a substance that is 4 times harder than diamond.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was no whimsy explanations as to why the building is turning, because that wasn't important. And
all you knew is that it reacted to him making confessions.
Like, there is a religious and spiritual quality to this episode that I do really appreciate.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch Doctor Who for the science fiction. I watch it for the magic and spiritualism.
Yeah, there is a teleporter that is science fiction. There's
and like I suppose
Spantium.
There was the moment where he went like, "Oh, well, teleportation is rearranging of atoms from one place to another. So there's a copy of me saved in the hard drive."
Yeah.
Like, okay. Sure. Whatever. We need to keep the plot moving. It's fucking.
Yeah, I mean that's
have at it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like that's even just like, and we start again. Here's a question for you, Cassie.
Here's an answer for you, Zach.
If Peter Capaldi got his clothes wet and hung them up to dry,
how did the clothes not reset?
I mean, I guess the clothes would reset. The question is, who put them there the first time?
I was going to say, the clothes have been there the whole time.
It's a bootstrap paradox. See, this episode's calling back to all sorts of stuff.
I'm very, very looking forward to, because here's the fun thing with me, is I know I really like something when I want to rewatch it. Mm-hmm. Because both a blessing and a curse about me is that I'm very good at taking something in on the surface and going, wow, yeah, I really like that. And then as I move on to different things and time passes, I forget. I forget a lot of things, which then also means that I can rewatch movies and reread books I know I really liked and be like, wow, it's like I'm watching it for the first time almost. So I am curious how my reaction to this will be even longer than a couple days. Like thinking back on, like, I still think about Blink, and we watched that now.
God, that would have been
a while ago.
Yeah, it would have been
a year.
I think 2 years ago, something like that.
There's no way we've been doing this for this long.
I mean, we're on episode 130. Episode 131 actually is this one. So we would have been doing this for, counting weekly, we're coming up on our 3rd year of doing this.
That sounds wrong.
Right? Doesn't it? It's like, how have we been doing this that long? But yeah, you and I have been doing this for 131 episodes. I do think it's interesting that they made it, that they keep calling this a confession dial, his last will and testament. But then it's like, did they lie to him? Did they tell the doctor that it was his last will and testament, and it's actually secretly a torture chamber where they will milk confessions out of him?
Yeah, it's his own personal hell.
I keep a castle in my pocket. It's designed to torture me.
Do you know what I call that? The chess app on my phone.
Hey, Cassie, is that a torture castle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
No.
God, I would love if we could replace Oscar from Duolingo with Peter Capaldi. Yeah, I
just be so much angrier when I do things wrong.
I do, and I will say, I do think that maybe part of the reason why it became my second favorite episode is because the episode is such like about grief, and I need to feel that sometimes, but it's not always the thing I want to feel.
It now, as somebody who has dealt with a fair amount of grief, I do really appreciate when something is crafted in such a way where I can then bring it back to me and make it about myself.
Well, that's when you can empathize.
But it's specifically, when I can empathize and when I remember, oh, that's right, I am a person that can feel feelings instead of a robot that can just make things happen all the time, always. Because it's a unique experience to remember that you are not your meat suit.
Yeah.
That's a whole, it's a teaching from one of my books specifically to remember that you are not your body. You're not even your thoughts, your feelings. Like, you are you. And then when you have the ability to then watch something that helps you break apart and see grief in a way that is not executed in the traditional means. Because it's not Peter Capaldi walking around London wearing a hoodie and being sad and having somebody spirit him away and be like, look at all these wonderful things you're missing out on, which is usually how media will dissect grief. Like, it's really nice to see something that is a process, even if it's something where he may not think, or he may not feel that the reason Clara is dead is his fault. There's something about repetition that strikes a very particular chord with me, because especially during the times where I don't like, it's in between shows and I'm not really having to do anything, where my day looks identical every single day. Like, that shit gets scary. Yeah. There are times where I don't remember what day of the week it is.
Yeah, because you feel trapped. You feel trapped by time.
Like, it reminds me of pandemics. Like, I know that your pandemic experience was very different, but for those of us that were in lockdown and quarantine.
Yeah, for those of you who were non-essential workers.
Yeah. It was not a fun time. Not even that, like, oh, that was a time of grief too. But there was a specific feeling of, oh, things are going to be different after this is over. The world is changing in a way that is so far beyond my control. And all I can do is just keep myself alive. And I was right. Things are very different now.
Some quick other thoughts that I have real quick. I want to give huge props to the director of this episode, Rachel Talalay. She killed it. There are some visuals in this episode that are gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Like the moment where Capaldi like sees the Spantium. Oh, I'm sorry. Spantium is just what the subtitles said. It's actually Asbantium, which is much better than Spantium.
I like Spantium.
I was just looking at this summation here and I was like, I've been so used to looking at the subtitles, I forgot it wasn't actually Spantium. It is Asbantium, which is at least a cooler name, I think. Yeah, Rachel Talalay.
Asbantium sounds like it sounds even more made up than Spantium.
I mean, it sounds. I mean, not to invoke J.K. Rowling, but it does sound a little bit like Azkaban.
Yeah. You know what else this episode reminded me of?
What's that?
I suppose spoilers a little bit. But Haunted Hotel.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
with Abaddon going through time.
Yeah.
To figure out if there is a way that he can get all of the things he wants without dropping.
And he was also going through a sort of grief where he had to make a decision between getting what he wanted and keeping people he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is something too, just
reliving
days that is a good symbol for grief. Which I guess might be all the more reason why it terrifies you.
Reliving days as a symbol for grief with also no clear end in sight, because we don't see the consequences of the doctor punching the wall.
Yeah.
Like, we don't see how that is having any effect, and we don't even really have a clear understanding as to why he is doing it until, what is it, like year
101.2 million or something like that, where he's like carved a door-sized dent into it. I like that. I like knowing that means that there were some days where he was kicking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, just a fun little fact.
The way that he made it a door size or a door shape, I would have just done like those Japanese game shows and punched a me-sized hole exactly so I could just waddle through it.
I mean, you are being chased, so... See, it would be great if you put like a U-sized hole and like halfway down, that way he can't get to you, kicking his hands in there.
Yeah.
Fun thing you might want to know, and I don't know if this changes your mental image of the episode at all. The
K9 was supposed to be in it the whole time.
No, the veil was originally written to be a weeping angel.
I don't know if that's better or worse. I think it's a little worse. I like the anonymity of a veil.
Yeah,
especially with the flies. I know I touched on it a little bit earlier, but especially in very like paranormal settings, flies, especially not isolated to like paranormal, like, oh, they herald the coming of demons and ghosts, but the presence of flies are usually an indication of death.
Yeah, because
of
corpses
and maggots and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
so I liked the use of the flies to herald this like scary corpse like.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hit until the like second or third time they are coming, where you see and hear the flies first, and then you know, fuck, they're on the way.
I'm looking forward to finishing up the season with you. Next episode is the last episode of Series 9, and then we get a Christmas special that I'm really excited to show you.
Yay! Are they going to be as fucking depressing and sad as this?
No, but I expect you will still cry all the same. For different reasons, for good reasons.
I'm not crying. Who said I was crying?
Your eyes and face and nose and mouth.
What? You couldn't hear it on the podcast, therefore it did not happen.
Well, I guess we'll find out if they heard it or not on the next episode of Who Is My Doctor?
Everybody fucking lie until you couldn't hear it.
Send me messages. Tell me if you did or not. Send it to me on the socials.
Literally don't, because that's just gonna hurt my fucking feelings. I'm so brave until you reveal truths about me that I didn't want to know.
If you reveal truths, then she freezes up. She freezes in time. The flies around her stop buzzing.
Yeah, that's exactly what do be happening. Who is my fucking doctor?
Who is indeed.
Okay, time for bed.
Hey there, everybody. Thanks for checking out another episode. Apologies for missing last week. Cassie and I had some scheduling issues with our day jobs. It just delayed our ability to record. So the break I had planned to take in a couple of weeks just got bumped up to last week. So no worries about that. You didn't know about that anyway, I guess. If you're interested in getting next week's episode now, though, you can support us over on Patreon and get it for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/whoismydoctor. Special thanks, as always, go to our Big Daddy Dalek patrons, Andrew Blewett, David Gansel, Travis Aiken, and Daniel Lindgren. Next week, we finally see the conclusion of Clara's story in Hellbent. So I'll catch you guys on Tuesday, because your Tuesdays are now Who's Days.